প্রাথমিক শিক্ষা পর্ষদ 2016 সালে 20টি জেলাভিত্তিক 42,949 শূন্য পদে নিয়োগের মেধা তালিকা তৈরি ও বরাত পায় এই এস বাসুরায়ন কোম্পানি। এখন প্রশ্ন, জেলাভিত্তিক, মিডিয়াম ভিত্তিক, ক্যাটাগরি ভিত্তিক মেধা তালিকা আদৌ সঠিকভাবে তৈরি হয়েছিল কি? উদাহরণস্বরূপ ডিপিএসসি হুগলির উদাহরণ দেখানো হলো, যেখানে 264 ধরনের বিষয় ছোট ছোট মেধা তালিকা জুড়ে জেলাভিত্তিক মূল মেধা তালিকা তৈরি হবার কথা। Before I open this case, it reminds me, Millard, Sir Ashutosh's one statement that the law is neither a trade. I'm representing the read petitioners and the CAN applicants who are also the read petitioners which are filed. Therefore, all these CAN should be.
Matters in
Melody in a list, Melody.
Therefore, Millard, it's very important, Millard. It's just, Millard, I was going through and learned a lesson. The law is neither a trade nor a solemn jugglery. This is a living science. And in the truest terms of the words, the duty of science, as Saraswati said and subsequent judgments, to find out the truth, go to the root. And while the Honorable Constitutional Court is considering that the basic duty and responsibility to all of us is to ensure that the constitutional morality and principle is upheld, bereft of any other consideration. Number some of the সব ক্যানগুলো লাইছে আমরা
and can 70 can 44 and can 70. Those cans have not been allowed.
All these cans needs to be allowed, otherwise it will complicate and multiply the proceedings. The
date has been a date was said that by this time those who come they will be given ND. That was pointed out in one.
It's not correct. It's not correct. All these cans before Lordship are the cans who are writ petitions are pending before this court on the same issue. Therefore, when the
How can they be
already allowed?
Our objection is
Can two is already
can which were allowed and which requested allowed.
I give a list.
Can 2, can 7, I shall hand over the list. Can 22, can 48, can 49, can 53.
give us that list.
I shall give the list.
এই দুটো লিস্ট
একটু টাইপ করে দিতে পারছো না?
টাইপ
আমার তো
হ্যাঁ।
type করা আছে।
সবগুলো একসঙ্গে টাইপ করে দাও। I just hand over the list. These are allowed, তাই তো?
না না এগুলো দুটো অ্যালাউড, ক্যান 2 আর ক্যান 3 অ্যালাউড।
এটা allowed লিখছে এখানেও?
হ্যাঁ, I can two allowed.
শুধু 2 আর 3 অ্যালাউড, only can 2 and can 3 অ্যালাউড।
Number of applicant.
Allowed কোথায়
Which
লিখেছে?
is allowed. By which order? That is also mentioned.
Only can 2 allowed.
Can two and can three.
Can 2 and can
3 is allowed.
870
873.
have been allowed.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah,
And
these-
by
Not
which
allowed,
order?
subject to my lord, not allowed, subject to my lord decision.
Allowed.
দিয়ে দিচ্ছি।
Anyway,
Subject to
Milord,
maintainability, not allowed.
so that these technicalities would not stand in the way, my lord, for considering justice.
Supplementary, এটা দিয়ে দিন। Sir, share the-
Issue supplementary. Now, my lord, we have also used, my lord, and supplementary affidavit in can 2 to show. These are all
No, not due to.
So, Rajaji, I think until the
Already-
documents will
It is already.
all the documents which are referred to, the documents of the primary board. No new document, no secret document.
Hold on.
we have access to those documents.
Yes, I will give.
ACR required to file opposition to the CAN. They will be taking a stand. that
Already
nothing
disposed of.
of
Can
this
two
kind
is already disposed of.
cannot.
Can two is already.
Now, my lord, reading no doubt.
Can
Disposed of.
6 has been allowed.
Can two allowed.
Can 2 and can 3 does not
এই তো
feature
photo-
No, no. Number of
লেখাতেই তো ভুল
Can
করছো।
2 has been allowed.
Can two, can three?
আমার নোটটা কোথায়?
Can two and can three perhaps have been allowed.
Yes, well, let
Can
me
two,
rely on can two and
three,
can
can
three. That
five
will
and can
suffice.
six.
Lord, can
Can 2 and can 3, which has
the
been allowed.
can two, can three also Lord discloses that there has been Lord cross nepotism, rank jumping, and manipulation.
These all good, but
These all Lord hits the
So Majumdar, we will sort it out.
these all Lord goes to the basic question of Lord the violation of Article 16. That if anything is done in violation of Article 16, well, there are series of judgments, even a person Lord.
Mr. Bhattacharya first address us on this point. On the basis of this pleading, how far a person can go. On
Look,
the basis of the pleading,
Lord, on the basis of the, that's why I started Lord with that Lord the quotation of sir.
we must uphold the constitutional.
Yes, now Lord, on the basis of the pleading, if your lordship gets one indication, then my lord will definitely to try search out the truth, and that truth is from Lord the statutory bodies. Well, we are not fighting Lord one individual against another. These are all we are challenging Lord, the actions of the statutory bodies, who are Lord, trustees of the Constitution, who are Lord, there to uphold the principles of Constitution which they have failed. Now, Lord, I just take your lordship Lord, few paragraphs of the pleading.
কোনটা থেকে দেখাচ্ছে দাদা? 220 পেপার বুক 1 ওই যেটা
দেখো দাও মুখবুক না
পেপার
পেপার বুক অন্ত কোথায়?
পেপার বুক 1
এগুলো তোমাদের তৈরি থাকো না তোমরা?
কি দেখতে দিতে আমার মার
পেপার কোনটা দেখাতে চাইছেন?
কি তুমি তো আমাকে দাও প্লিডিং গুলো ক্যানের
can two দেখাবে?
চারটা হোক দাও।
Can four.
দেখেছো তোমরা তৈরি নাও,
পেপার বুক
স্যার আমার
তোমরা কেউ তৈরি থাকো না, খালি বক বক কর।
can two টা দাও স্যারকে, স্যারের কপি দেওয়া নেই can two?
আমার তো ব্রিফ গুলো কোথায়?
আপনি 220 থেকে সব করতে থাকুন। এক্সটেনশন
অ্যাফিডেভিট অফ মানে স্বামী তোমরা না
পেপার বুক
ছাড়ো 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 ছাড়ো। কাইন্ডলি কাম টু মিলার ক্যান টু।
ক্যান টু না পেপার বুক 1
আমি তোমায় ক্যান টু দিতে বলেছি।
can two পড়ছে can two.
খালি বক্তৃতা করবে, কাজের সময় থাকে না। The can 2 Miller paragraph 21. Here you must say that there has been violation of reservation policy and also Miller rank jumping. I'm just referring, I'm not reading that and wasting my lord's time. I'm at page 153, 1353, 353 instances of corruption.
Page 153.
Page 153
Our
of-
application
of
does not.
can 2.
Can 2.
No, that is
Bhattacharya is referring to can two. Materials are being adduced.
Sep-
Can two has been allowed subject to
Separate.
maintainability. So, Malad, if Mr. Bhattacharya presses Reliance or presses in this application, we should have a right to file an opposition. Because these are new materials.
not their appeal.
These are absolutely new materials. These were not. before
ওদের
the
appeal
charge.
নয় ওরা
Taken
they are
new
not
material.
But Mr. Bhattacharya
What
But
I
they are arguing from Can 2.
Of
can be new
873.
material, my lord,
No. Can do was allowed.
not served upon us.
Why you will support? They
তুমি
are
কে?
আলাদা appeal. ওদের আলাদা appeal.
তুমি তো ওই অ্যাপিলে পার্টি নও। ওই অ্যাপিলে তুমি নেই।
It is an application taken out in the appeals prepared by the board,
Yes.
but all the appeals are being heard together. Well, we have our independent appeals, so these can
Only that you have in-depth argued your
I
matter.
am not that man.
So now let us not go into factual issues. Let us find out from him. If you are still, if you want to address us on any particular point, please help us also that you can cut it.
Wait, Milord, I am not troubling Milord with can 2, can 1. Let us come to the Milord paper book itself. Paper book.
Yes,
Now, Milord, this is the prepared by the board.
yes.
I just Milord take your lordship Milord first to the recruitment rules straight away. It's not waste of time Milord on factual aspect.
Yes.
Milord, kindly notice the definition of council. I'm just referring to. If you want to file affidavit, you file it. Why did you not file so long?
There is no direction for that.
But is it direction necessary for filing affidavit?
Absolutely necessary. You are bringing certain materials which are not before the court below.
He is arguing on the paper book.
Not Miller. Now he is saying that he is arguing on.
Because Swami is disturbed.
Mr. Shamim is the troublemaker.
Disturbed.
He's a troublemaker.
Take appropriate step. Yes, sir.
Now, Milord, kindly
Mr. Bhattacharya,
page 114 of the paper book.
seven. Yes.
This is the selection committee. The board shall constitute selection committee within the jurisdiction of the council with the following members. Milord, this is the requirement of the statute. And the selection committee shall function for 2 years. Now, procedure of selection. Now, I do not subscribe to this view that since they had TET 15, therefore the aptitude test is not necessary. The aptitude test is very much necessary for everybody to assess whether he is capable of teaching. We are securing 100 marks in the examination does not entail somebody to be a competent teacher. That's why this aptitude test and vivavoce was introduced. Now, this test being very important, my lord, it requires that it should have a compulsory compliance. Otherwise, the rule makers would have simply relied upon the total marks obtained in the examinations.
Yes.
Now, kindly turn to, my lord, the sub-rule 5 of Rule 8. The selection committee shall prepare separate council-wise panel as per procedure below. Firstly, the selection committee shall segregate all eligible candidates applying for earmarked vacancies mentioned in Note 7 to Rule 6 from other successful candidates. First, not shortlisting, if I may use that expression. Secondly, the selection committee shall prepare the following panels for the successful candidates who have applied for non-earmarked. 2 separate panels, one for earmarked, other for non-earmarked. These are the important, kindly keep it in mind. Then a panel of all selected candidates in a district, namely unreserved category, comprising of the names of the candidates belonging to general category and reserved candidates of scheduled caste category, scheduled tribe category, OBC category, serially according to descending order of merit as per existing vacancies medium wise. There has been a definite assertion, my lord, that reservation policy was not followed. That is in the can, this is necessary because of the rules. Then a panel of selected reserved category candidates in a council, namely scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, OBC, so and so, respective category as per statutory reservation from amongst the remaining candidates of such categories, serially according to descending order of merit. Then exempted category, I am not troubling my lord with that. Therefore, the preparation of panel according to merit was without one's mandatory duty of the selection committee. And the allegation is, which is not controverted, that no such panel was ever disclosed.
Yes.
Now then, my lord will kindly come to page 126. This is of 8th of September 2016. And the advertisement was published on 26th of September 2016. And this date is 8th September 2016. Therefore, before the advertisement was published for recruitment, they have the communication with so-called officer in charge in confidential section. Is it the statutory body under the rules or under the act? The officer in charge of confidential section, the reference is test of 2014. I am directed to inform you that the points mentioned below be followed while result would be processed. Therefore, the Secretary of the Primary Education is transferring his statutory duty to an outside agency. What is to be processed? Qualifying marks would be minimum 60%. In case of a candidate with same roll numbers, result will be kept withheld. And they will be requested to meet the secretary with all documents within 10 days of the publication of the result. In all other queries, actions to be taken followed in TET 2012. What does it indicate? It indicates that the secretary, when there is a tally, would have personal interactions.
That is pertaining to TET 2014.
Right. So the TET 24 is one of the eligibility.
State 2020
Is one of the qualifications.
you are successful in that.
Lord, I am showing Lord the process. Lord, this is a systematic fraud. That systematic fraud was revealed in another proceedings and which was appealed up to Supreme Court. I am indicating this to Lord to show how the system played the role of a fraudster. Then kindly come to Lord, next page. This is of 6th February 2014. Now, this company, I do not know what is the qualification of this company. He writes to the President West Bengal Board of Primary Education. The quotation for printing and delivery of OMR answer sheets and processing of results for candidates appearing at teacher review tests conducted by West Bengal Board of Primary Education. My lord, again see this is relating to TET, no doubt, but this is the system followed. Here, my lord, that private agency is writing to president. This is in reference to the discussions we had with you in regard to computerized examination. What is the transparent? Gives quotation. But this is the private negotiation, suffering from lack of transparency. And what were the below job description at page 128? Post-examination works. I'm just putting across the relevant portions. Scanning of filled up Weimar answer sheet received from the board by Weimar scanning machine and preparation of database files on the scanned data. Then 3, removal of discrepancies relating to roll number and answer sheet number by checking the respective documents physically. Then 5, evaluation of answer sheets data of candidate as per answer keys of different question booklets set as submitted by the board. Then processing of final results as per parameter given by the council and creation of qualified candidates file. This is done by an external agency. Then my lord will come to page 130. This is of 14th September 2016. Again, I refer lordship below the date of advertisement is 26 September. The board is writing to the confidential processor who had written the earlier letter, the rates for confidential works as detailed below. I am directed to state that the results of TET 2014 have been announced on 14 September 16. Now the following works are to be done stage by stage. What are those works? Arrangements are to be made for online application for 1,25,000 TET qualified candidates for collection of fees thereof. Then, after receiving the online applications, arrangements are to be made for printing of district-wise list for scrutiny verification. Arrangements are to be made to take up scrutiny verification. Then you are requested to submit the rates for above stated works in this board immediately, separately for each stage. That this rate is sought for from the so-called confidential processor for recruitment process. After this is post-state. But what was the method of selecting this authority? Then the next page, 131. So-called confidential processor rights. This is in reference to the memo so and the recent discussions that we had with you on the above subject matter. We are pleased to enclose our proposal for the above assignment. We are confident that you will find our quotation very competitive. With whom? চুপ করবে? We now look forward to receive your positive response in the said matter. What for? Kindly see the subject. Proposal for online application processing for interview and collection of fees relating to qualified candidates, State 2014. That corruption breeds there. Then my lord will kindly turn to page 133. The page 133, my lord, down below, paragraph 5. Post-interview final panel list. Collection of candidates' data from qualified candidates list of interview test. Candidates' details obtained for extracurricular activities. Training details, viva voce marks, aptitude test, and experience marks for para-teacher. Final calculation of overall marks for each candidate. Preparation of panels for candidates merit lead as per rules. Now, then kindly turn to page 134. Lord, I believe this is Lord, RTI reply. This is based on RTI reply. Serial number 2.
Yes.
Lord,
জেরক্সটা কে করেছে তোমরা করেছো?
প্রাথমিক শিক্ষা পর্ষদ 2016 সালে 20টি জেলাভিত্তিক 42,949 শূন্য পদে নিয়োগের মেধা তালিকা তৈরি ও বরাত পায় এই এস বাসু রায় অ্যান্ড কোম্পানি। এখন প্রশ্ন, জেলাভিত্তিক, মিডিয়াম ভিত্তিক, ক্যাটাগরি ভিত্তিক মেধা তালিকা আদৌ সঠিকভাবে তৈরি হয়েছিল কি? উদাহরণস্বরূপ ডিপিএসসি হুগলির উদাহরণ দেখানো হলো, যেখানে 264 ধরনের বিষয় ছোট ছোট মেধা তালিকা জুড়ে জেলাভিত্তিক মূল মেধা তালিকা তৈরি হবার কথা। This is a part of their paper book.
ঠিক আছে, রিপোর্ট করো।
And not the DPSC Hooghly instance, which is again I say this is the paper book prepared by the board, not by me. And then will not kindly turn to page 149. Again, this is of the West Bengal Primary Board.
Yes.
This is on 3rd of March 2023. Information sought was a TET marks and photocopy of AMR sheet of primary TET 2014. TET roll number such and such. The reply is important. Information provided.
Where you are reading? Page?
At page 149. এই ডকুমেন্টটা পড়া যাচ্ছে না, ভালো করে টাইপ করাতে পারো না তো? ওদের পেপার বুক হলে তুমি যখন দিচ্ছ করতে পারো না, বাস এটা পড়া যাচ্ছে না। বলে রাইট হ্যান্ড সাইড ইনফরমেশন প্রোভাইডেড pursuant to the converging and unanimous resolution of the former ad hoc committee held on 3rd April 2017 under the chairmanship of the former president of WBPP. The original OMR sheet relating to TET 2014 have been recycled after completion of storage of the database pertaining to the marks in digital form photocopy of individual OMR sheet cannot be obtained from RTI application. However, any interested applicant seeking information of the details can obtain on payment of prescribed fees of 500 only by a demand draft drawn in Nationalized Bank in favor of the West Bengal Board of Primary Education. It indicates that OMR sheets are there. They can only provide if you pay 500 rupees.
This is pertaining to TET 20.
Date 2014. Now, Lord, in examples, some of the examples are given at page 153. Showing these facts are already before Lordship. I'm just giving the references. The persons who secured much below marks were given appointment. The entire bunch is here. আমি ওর affidavit টা
How the marks obtained beneath your score.
Hmm.
Where from do we get?
we given the chart
This is a chart of the candidates who were
and
appointed breakup.
yes, now Milord, the vis-a-vis Milord, the persons Milord who had secured marks also mentioned.
Yes, but,
Their details are all Milord given in the can which they register us. But these are the Milord source wherefrom your Lordship get it, and your Lordship would, deepest of respect, Milord, inquire from the Primary Education Board to satisfy whether these allegations having one single instance really confronts with the records or not. Milord, Constitutional Court, Milord, should not really remain confined narrowly that whether you have given detailed pleadings. Milord, I have not the detailed material on with me. I am mere a candidate. When I find something wrong, I point out. Then, Milord, the responsibility is onus on the authority. I again say, Milord, they are the trustee of the people to ensure that the recruitment process is done properly. They have to satisfy how it is done. এই affidavit দাও পুরো affidavit দাও এই কার affidavit
দুটো কপি দাও।
Now, this is the affidavit which was filed by Milord S. Basu and Company.
এটা দিয়ে দাও।
This is a Milord court of records, and this is a part of Milord record in a proceeding.
Obviously, এটা কোর্টের
we have not got this was
No.
not there.
Yeah, obviously.
Let kindly come to 221.
221.
Page 21.
Let this is a truncated affidavit quoted.
20, part of spiral binding not supported by affidavit.
Very well.
It was before the court bill.
And my lord, these affidavits were filed by the authority in the High Court. High Court is the court of records.
Page 221
The-
is an extract of the
Yes.
filed by the
My lord, this is the extract of the affidavit, my lord, annexed by. না না এখানে এখানে এলো কি করে?
স্যার আমি বলি কি এই যে এফিডেভিটের পাতাটা এটা নিচের কোর্টে তরুণ জ্যোতিরা ফাইল করেছিল এটা স্পাইরাল বাইন্ডিং
Yes, now I'm told, my lord, this is a part of the spiral binding which was accepted. Before this, therefore, now therefore, my lord, let us read the entire affidavit. The entire affidavit I have my lord, given lordship for assistance.
that has not been given, Mr. Bhatt.
My lord,
That was not there before the single judge.
yes,
Single judge took
that was there. This,
documents which have been annexed.
my lord, this affidavit is a part of, my lord, the paper book.
What we want to point out.
I want to point out the affidavit which has been quoted here. It is partly quoted. I want to place the entire affidavit.
You place it, the allegation which you are making, that is evident from paragraph 26, which have been.
paragraph 1 থেকে
Page 21.
Now, my lord, this page 221, my lord, is a part of an affidavit.
Yes, of course it has to.
No, I fail to understand, my lord. I state that the West Bengal Board of Education asked S. Bharat Chaudhary, this is paragraph 26 of an affidavit. My lord, they did not annex the entire total affidavit. I want to place the total affidavit to disclose what has happened. Why are they scared of placing an affidavit which is part of the record of this court?
And this affidavit was before the learned single judge?
Yes.
থ্রি স্পাইরাল
Yes.
Ah.
থ্রি স্পাইরাল ছিল সেটার দ্যাটস নাহলে বোর্ডের লোকে
Mr. Mojumdar, let me finish whatever objection you have, you raise.
No, but,
We won't.
but I take the extreme point that this affidavit was not placed before the single judge. But this is an affidavit by a statutory body filed in this High Court. Then can I not? Refer this affidavit, my lord, being the court of record. High Court can see this record.
Yes, yes.
Yes. That's why my lord, I am placing this affidavit.
স্যার এই যে এটা আপনার মার্ক করাটা
Mark কোথায়?